let's leave that one there and shift to the elderly gentleman pretending to be president. Of course, I'm talking about Joe Biden. Don't worry about Joe. That's at least what Nancy Pelosi's saying these days. It's grandfatherly. He's mostly grandfatherly, and we should appreciate that.
I want to ask Speaker Pelosi about 2024. You talked a lot about President Biden's successful presidency so far, all the points on the board. It's a long list. I think arguably, objectively, one can say he has accomplished a great deal, maybe even historic proportions. But there's the question I have for you as a honoree on the very first 50 over 50 list with Forbes and Know Your Value. A lot of people are talking about the president's age as a factor in this, especially Republicans. What do you make of the criticism the president is getting that he's too old to have a second term?
I think the president should embrace his age, his experience, the knowledge that he brings to the job.
Putting aside Nancy Pelosi for just a moment, the way that Mika is tickling his old balls, I'm sorry for the imagery, could really make you barf. Oh, you like that one, Knowles? Knowles liked that one. They were a little more uptight over there at the Daily Wire. But don't take my word for any of it. People might be watching going, Dave, you're always hitting him on his age. It's just too much. Well, Biden did manage to fall asleep while talking to the Israeli president.
We brought Israelis and Palestinians together at a political level, and Al and Paul Schramm. Yes. And as I affirmed to Prime
Knowles.
The issue is not the age. The issue is not I'm with Aristotle. I think age and maturity, that's good. With age comes wisdom. Reagan was old. Trump is old. The problem is that the man doesn't function. He was never the sharpest tool in the shed going back to 1972 when he entered the Senate. And things have gotten dramatically worse in recent years, even since he left the Obama White House. And you just see it absolutely everywhere. It's constantly on show. So the libs have tried to resurrect this idea of a virile Biden. They used to do it with dark Brandon memes. They were kind of funny for a while. Now they're doing it with this leaked report to Axios that Biden, he's yelling at his staff and he gets into the weeds on the details on all the policies. It's total BS. The guy is asleep. The guy is not only asleep most of the time, he's asleep most of the time that we see him on camera. So he's declining cognitively and in the polls. This is also why you see a Gavin Newsom waiting there in the wings. The question right now is who's going to decide the nominee first, the Republican Party or the Democrats?
Yeah, I think that's well said. Bryan, what do you make of this? I agree with Michael. This is not making fun of someone because of their age. He could be 5 years older, and if he was competent, even if I disagreed with him, this would not be about age. This is about literally falling asleep in front of the president of another country. This is a problem.
Yeah. So look, as commander-in-chief, your preeminent role in this country, and in fact in the world, given what we are as a nation, is to protect and defend. And let's think about this from the perspective of our foreign adversaries, China, Russia, others, even our allies in Europe. They're looking at this guy and they're saying, I don't know if he's going to make it to tomorrow. The age issue really is, as Knowles just said, it's a cognitive concern.